Hey you guys, today we're going to be checking out a fan I honestly wasn't really expecting to own. It is a Hometrends fan sold at Walmart. The box reads 52-inch deluxe 5-blade ceiling fan. They also made a 4-blade one with a filigree side band, and I can imagine that would have been the non-deluxe version perhaps. Same box style as this one. Even though really 4 blades moves more air, they still decided to consider 5 blades the deluxe for some reason. I guess more equals better. Anyways, I'll go ahead and give you guys a close-up on the fan. I'll talk a little bit more about it. We found this fan in my grandparents' shed as we were cleaning it out after he passed. He always said he wanted to find this fan and give it to me, but he could never find it, so we ended up finding it. We thought it'd be in the garage, but nope, it was in one of the sheds. He was going to give it to my dad, I want to say 10 years ago, but my dad said no. My dad, I think it might have been around when we moved into the old house, maybe. I honestly do not know. But anyways, he was going to give it to my dad, eventually for me, but my dad said to just hang on to it, and we eventually did find it when we were cleaning out the house. So, the fan is obviously 52-inch, it's 5 blades. Here you can see the oak side of the blades facing down. And on the top, you see walnut. This fob is also original to the fan. It's got like a 153 by 11 or 12 motor. Got about a 10 to 12 degree blade pitch. It's got one of those sort of weird mounting plate crossbar type things with a hook that allows you to hang the canopy, and the ball here just goes right onto the canopy. It's not like an actual socket. It's not actual ball and socket, if you get what I'm saying. So yeah, anyways, that's the one reason I'm keeping this fan is because my grandpa always wanted to give it to me. The other reason is because their childhood, there was a music store that had one in antique brass. I used to do piano lessons there for like a year. They also had a Coastal Breeze from Hunter and antique brass, and one of those white Menards things, similar to what's on that shelf right behind the Medilli there. I know you can't really see it, but I think you know what I'm talking about. Those basic Menards fans, those track style ones that came in all sorts of different colors. Anyways, let's start the fan up on low. So because it's new in the box, it's in really good shape. There are a couple little small factory defects I've noticed on the motor housing. I will say, despite it being a Walmart Hometrends fan, the blade quality impressed me. It's not perfect, but I was really impressed. It wasn't as bad as I would imagine it to be here. There we go. Anyways, yeah, definitely better than I thought. Fan does have some hum, most likely due to it being a cheaper motor. I do actually kind of like the look of these fans. And because it's special, it's always going to be one I'm going to keep around, even if it's not the greatest fan in the world. It does move a decent amount of air on all speeds. And low speed here is a little bit fast for my taste, but that's typical. They almost always made them faster just so they would move more air. I mean, there are some brands like Casablanca and Emerson and a few others that had a more aesthetic and slow, low speed. Hometrends clearly wasn't one of those. So like I said, they were the store brand at Walmart. They had all kinds of different signs. They had huggers, 42-inch fans. They really had the lot. Just a really basic lineup of fans for Walmart, basically. And I can only imagine my grandpa bought this fan new back in the 90s. Heck, maybe he was going to put it up in their house when they moved in there. That's also a possibility. But he took his old ceiling fans with him when he moved into that house, and chances are those just went up instead. I don't know whether I'm taking those fans out of the house when they move. We haven't come to that decision yet. But anyways, I'll go ahead and take a look at the kilowatt here. So we've got 0.24 amps, 27.7 watts, and already almost a whole power factor. Oops, sorry about that. There we go. There's so much crap over the floor that I'm probably going to trip over stuff a lot right now. Anyways, so this here is medium speed. Now, medium is quite fast. Got a bit of a wobble to it, most likely just due to the way the mounting is. Moving a decent amount of air, though. I can definitely feel it. Blowing things around slightly, but not too much. Now, this is a prime example of faster must mean it moves more air, right? Because it's a rather fast fan, but that doesn't necessarily make it one of the most powerful. And that is a misconception that a lot of consumers had back in those days, and still now even. I don't know if I mentioned it, but the fan is from October of 1993. I think it's October. I know for sure it's 93, and I think it said 1093 on it. So anyways, I thought it would be more of a 2000s era when I first looked at it, but I was wrong. I don't know these fans well enough to properly do all that, but I was able to do some research online. I haven't seen any of these ones yet. I know that they've definitely turned up and people have seen them. I don't think anyone's just ever bothered with them before. I don't know necessarily whether they're rare or not. Probably not. Anyways, I'll go ahead now and take a look at the kilowatt, and then we'll do high speed. So let's see, 0.43 amps, 52 watts, and whole power factor. Then we'll go ahead and take it to high. But it's a bit more current than what I would expect. On high speed, there's not a huge difference in speed. Don't know whether the capacitor's been drifting just from sitting out there for so long. There's definitely a speed increase and an airflow increase, but not a ridiculously great one. And funny enough, on the high, it's actually blowing around less than it did on medium, or blowing things around less. Don't know why that is, but I can definitely feel it a little bit more, and I can tell it's going faster, but not too much faster. You know, overall, a half decent fan. Like I said, the blade quality was by far the best thing about the fan. And this is one of those fans that basically comes fully disassembled. You've got to put the motor housing together and on the fan. Then obviously the down rod and the blades and all that other stuff you have to do as well. Some fans come with the motor housing on. Actually, most of them do. This is one of the ones that... This is something I consider fully disassembled. I consider partially assembled to be fans with the motor housing on them and stuff. And then mostly assembled are fans like with the blade arms and the glass maybe on them already and all that stuff. And that's sort of how my chain goes. And on very rare occasions, you'll get fans that are fully assembled. Just pop them up on the ceiling. Most of the time, those are more Fandelier type deals, though. Anyways, let's go ahead now and we'll take one more look at the kilowatt here. So we've got 0.54 amps, 65.4 watts, and still a whole power factor. So not that much change in amperage or wattage there. So it is possible the capacitor could be drifting. That, or they just designed it to be really fast on medium and high, and then low just a bit slower. Wish I had my tachometer, or a battery in my tachometer, but chances are it wouldn't work anyways. I need to get some white poster board on the ceiling at some point. I've been saying I need to do that for ages now. Anyways. There's your close-up while it's running so you can hear any of the air movement. Not much, because it, like I said, it's not really the greatest fan. I mean, if it wasn't actually like a special fan to me, I don't even know whether I would keep it, but because of the reasons I've talked about earlier, it's definitely going to stay with me. All right. We'll do spin down. Now, obviously new in box, bearings might be stiff. I have been running it for a while as I've been packing stuff up and doing things. And I don't think I'm done yet. I've still got some other crap to do. So anyways, we'll go ahead and shut it off. Well, it's already been shut off. He's gonna watch it spin down now. I do actually kind of like the appearance of it. I mean, it's got the builder vents and stuff. I don't know. For some reason, I like the look of it. I don't know. Typically, this would be something I'm not interested in. Most Hometrends things that are newer-ish, I would look past. Some of the very early ones, kind of like the ones that Emmanuel brought home, those Panama event style things, those childhood-like fans of his, and like some of those earlier ones are cool. These ones normally don't mean much to me, but like once again, that's the reason I mentioned earlier. This one just really, I really do enjoy for some reason. Definitely not a bad fan by any means. Because see, the thing that you've got to remember and consider here when it comes to these is the fact that for what you were paying back then and what you were getting a really good value. These days, only a few brands can really offer that good value. Like, as much as I hate to say it, Hunter at a retail, like a box store end, you get a decent value out of. And most of the time, turn of the century, and a lot of those other brands, you get a decent value of, but not as good as you used to.
Anyways, I don't think I showed you the box fully yet, so I'll go ahead and do that now because it was new in the box because, like I mentioned earlier, my grandpa did buy it new. So here it is, 52-inch deluxe 5-blade ceiling fan. There's that. This side just talks about how you can add style to your room, and also, do you have broken glass or missing parts? I don't have glass on this fan, and I didn't have any missing parts, luckily. Here's this other side with not too much on it. And then this side is the same. Let's see. There it is, $24.96. So that's how much the fan would have costed new. It says, oh, ceiling fan bonanza. So this is the Walmart sticker, I guess. It says here that this was during the ceiling fan bonanza. That says $722.95. So I guess they made these fans from at least 93 to 95, and probably later. There's a vendor sticker. They brought it in July. There's the store number. Let's see. Are there any other tags? No, those appear to be it for tags, but that's kind of interesting. So I guess that was a special sale tag. So perhaps this fan was a closeout at that time. I do not really know. I can't ask my grandpa, obviously, and I don't even think he would have remembered even if he was still with us. So yeah, so that's all the information I can give you on this fan, but I still think that was a fairly decent amount. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.